Wrestling in the Olympics will officially start in 1 day from now. Now, I'm going to be talking about my predictions of strictly freestyle wrestling, men specifically, about who I think is going to win from Team USA, and of course, other guys who, of course, compete in college from the USA from different countries. I've had the privilege to have a lot of in-person experiences with a lot of these guys, train with them, wrestle with them, and that's something that's so cool to me, just to see them competing. So in regards to that, I cannot wait to see all of these guys go out there and compete. I hope everyone does great. But of course, there's going to be some overlapping with weights. Now, before I go into my predictions, Lineup Legends is doing another 10,000 completely free to enter giveaway. Basically, if you predict the most Olympic champions, you win $10,000. Just completely free to enter. That's linked in the description below. And I highly encourage you guys. There's only like 1 day left to enter, so make sure to do it before the wrestling starts to get your picks in. Now, 57 kilograms, it's going to start out with none other than Spencer Lee. I mean, I think his accolades speak for himself. It's always like when Spencer loses, it's very rare. For instance, on his senior level in freestyle, I don't believe he's actually lost a match. I believe I read a stat. He was like 27-0 on the senior level in freestyle wrestling. I know earlier in the past year, he kind of injury defaulted out of the World Team Trials, of course, still battling some injuries, but regardless, all that I'm hearing is that he's in the best shape of his life. He's feeling amazing, and of course, going now into the Olympics, people are putting him up there as a highly favored wrestler to win it. A couple years ago, when I had the privilege of going to Iowa and making an awesome video with him, he basically said he wanted to leave his wrestling legacy to win the most world and Olympic, titles as possible. And I think, this is one thing that he can definitely cross off the bucket list, but it's gonna be really exciting to see. But we gotta talk about two other wrestlers in this weight class. I'm talking about Roman Bravo Young, wrestling for Team Mexico. A lot of people in college were saying that they wanted to see this folk style matchup. RBY at 133, Spencer Lee at 125. Maybe Spencer Lee bumps up to wrestle RBY. Regardless, that matchup really never happened, and I'm really eager to see, Roman more down at that weight, because, he goes from 133 to now making 57 kg, which is just about 125 pounds. That's, of course, more of a cut, but of course, Roman is quick, super tactical. That's one guy that can definitely be dangerous and someone I'm also rooting for. And of course, we can't forget about Stevan Micic, the past year's world champion from Serbia. Basically, in my previous video, I was out there rolling with him, in Chicago area, in Indiana. Had the privilege of wrestling with him, and he came up to Parkside too. Super great guy, and I'll tell you what, wrestling him, I feel like he's like bigger than me, even though I wrestle like 2 weight classes more than him. And he is more long and lengthy, super dangerous, really crafty. And a lot of people are saying Micic's build and wrestling style is kind of the hardest matchup for Spencer Lee. Now, moving up to 65 kgs, we got Zeke Retherford for USA, past year's world champion. This guy, if I think of a dog, just a straight dog, it's Retherford. I know in folk style, he would always throw the legs in. I just was a super fan of just how he can put up points on the board and really just punish guys, even as a freshman, punishing seniors. And now, of course, killing the senior level. And when I'm talking about him as a dog, his head, hands, hips defense, of course, is there, but he focuses on his head. He's always taped up. He's always bleeding. I don't even think it's like targeted. He's just basically just gets headbutted a lot. Now, this is also my weight class, so you guys can probably relate to the people that we're going to talk about, guys your weight, who to watch, who to really gain insights from, what moves are working at this weight class. Maybe it's different from 50, 57 all the way up to 125. And also at 65 kgs, we cannot fail to mention Austin Gomez. He's another guy. We had the privilege of getting him on the podcast, rolled around with him when he scrapped with us at Parkside at Who's Number One. And like RBY, he's also wrestling for Team Mexico. He wrestled the college season at 149, and of course this going down to 143 is more of a cut. But regardless, cheering for these guys, and it's gonna be a dogfight. Now going to 74 kilograms, basically the most highly favorite wrestler from USA, we got Kyle Dake. Now, even though Dake is a 4-time world champion, he still has yet to attain a Olympic gold medal. Now, he actually got bronze in Tokyo. Some of you guys might know the name Sidakov. He's one guy that is always, of course, competitive to Dake in beating him. But Sidakov won't be wrestling at this year's Olympics, so that kind of opens up the doors for some would say an easier path for Dake. Now, moving to 86 kilograms, we got AB, Mr. Aaron Brooks, taking out David Taylor, basically the pound-for-pound best wrestler in the world. Of any wrestler, Aaron Brooks beat him straight off of his 4th national title. This is gonna be fun to watch. This weight class, not only do we also have Aaron Brooks, but also some of you guys might know the name Hassan Yazdani. Basically the most followed wrestler, I believe, of anyone. They really just love wrestling in Iran. And David Taylor was really the only guy to really take out Yazdani. But with Brooks beating Taylor in 2 straight matches at the trials, a lot of people think Yazdani might be too much for him, but I'll tell you what, I think Brooks is only getting better. We also cannot fail to mention, also at 86, we got Miles Amin wrestling for San Marino. Now last Olympic cycle, he actually got bronze. So this is another guy who's super competitive, and I didn't get a chance to look at the brackets, but depending where he is, if he'll have to go through Brooks, if he'll have to go through Yazdani. That's another guy who wrestles in the States that a lot of you guys might know. Going up to 97, we got Kyle Snyder. Now Snyder was the youngest wrestler in USA history to win an Olympic gold medal back in 2016. In 2020, he got bronze, so this cycle, he's looking to repeat what he did the first time and attain that gold status again. Coming in at heavyweight, we got Mason Parris. I mean, it's the perfect name. They're at the Paris Olympics, right? He's got to be the guy to take home gold. Last time USA had a heavyweight in the Olympics, of course, Gable Steveson. Parris is also another highly favored guy to win. And even though on this USA team, there are a couple guys that, have never wrestled at the Olympics yet are like highly favored. So it's kind of super cool how that plays out. If you guys are wondering how to watch or where to watch, I mean, I watch it over on Peacock, and I'll leave a screen up right here. This is basically the times that all the wrestlers will be competing. I'm talking women's freestyle, Greco, men's freestyle. It's really spread out through across a number of days, and I cannot wait to start the action, get it going. You guys actually also might have noticed I'm wearing a chain actually. So this is a wrestling chain. This is made by Modern Wrestler. We got it in gold and then silver as well. So this is a new company I'm working with. Makes super high quality, strictly wrestling chains. And if you guys are interested in getting your own, you can actually go to the link in the description too. Use my code Cayden15. You're gonna get 15% off. Now that's actually gonna end off the video. Don't forget, sign up for the Lineup Legends Challenge that literally closes in probably 24 hours from now. Also wrestling chains, check them out in the link in the description as well. Thanks guys so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next video.